wipe for the visor of Gary Dines as he waits on the front row of the grid for the 1-2-5 race. Dennis McCullough checks his steering. But McNally is in trouble. He's on a borrowed bike, his own out, because of carburetor problems. He made it to the start, but only just. On commentary, Alan Drysdale and Harold Crooks.
Owen McNally, the last man in onto the line there for the start of the Super Kings 1-2-5 race, the final road race of the season. Here at Carrowdore, heading down now towards Cardy Corner for the first time. Second group getting away there, led by number 44, Barry Davison, from number 51, Alan Pagan, the local man from Carrowdore.
And on the approach into Cardy, and it's Mark Curtin who's in front, but Gary Dines sneaks through on the inside. Curtin in second position, Dennis McCullough in third, Robert Dunlop in fourth as they head out over the top of the hill, out through the brig here for the first time.
Heading now towards Dunlop School, and we pick up the leaders as they come through the left and right hands. Out over the hill they come, down to New Road, and it's Gary Dines leading from Mark Curtin. Through there about 40 miles per hour on the left-hander, up the New Road. And one or two of the boys getting into problems there, Alan.
Yeah, Darren Burns there running wide. Looks as though he may have suffered a seizure on the way in.
But it's still Dines, the leader, from Robert Dunlop on the number 4 bike. Mark Curtin, number 7, then Dennis McCullough in 4th place. Over the jumps they come, and it's Dines there in number 6, coming from the right side of the road there as we look at it, to take the corner first. And it's Dines from Robert Dunlop, but up into 3rd place goes Dennis McCullough. He has a look to see where Mark Curtin is, and he's still in his back wheel.
Yeah, so now they're coming up into Ballybully Corner.
3 minutes.
Round this right-hander then, hard on the brakes now for the left-hander. Gary Dines leads, Robert Dunlop second, Dennis McCullough third, Mark Curtin in fourth, David Lemon in fifth, and Joey Dunlop back there in sixth.
End of the first lap. Dines 1.1 seconds ahead already, but look at the battle, it's still Dines as they go round Cardy, putting a little bit of daylight between him and Robert Dunlop, but they're still the same order. Dennis McCullough in third, Davy Lemon on the Lemon machine there, Joey Dunlop dropping down a place as they go out towards the brig.
And out through the big, Robert Dunlop there in second, Mark Curtin through in fourth, but here coming down into New Road, and Gary Dines very fast and very wide, and Gary Dines in all sorts of problems. He's going to lose, they'll get past him, they'll have a better drive out of the corner, so Robert Dunlop through into the lead.
So a costly mistake there by Gary Dines, just running that foot wide. He loses 2 places, and Robert Dunlop goes to the front. Dennis McCullough is second, Dines is third, and Curtin still holding on there in 4th place at Farmhouse. So Robert Dunlop now really charging on as they head towards the village of Carrowdore. And look at Dennis McCullough. He has gone past both of them. Dines now in 2nd place. Robert Dunlop must have run out of power there because he's back to 3rd place. McCullough leads, Dines 2nd, Robert 3rd, Curtin 4th.
And McCullough leads over the jumps, and Gary Dines, oh, that was close from him. Robert Dunlop trying to go up the inside as they go into this left-hander, but McCullough sweeps round from the outside. Dines still second, Robert Dunlop coming into Ballybully, and Robert, I think, loses out a little bit in the braking here in these sharp corners.
Yes, and of course he's using a thumb brake rather than an ordinary lever brake, as we see the remainder of the field there coming through Ballybully Corner. But look back to the front of this tremendous 1-2-5 race. Dines in front again, McCullough hanging on to second, round Cardy. Robert Dunlop in third, Curtin there in fourth. And as you say, Alan, somebody going really wide there. Was that McNally?
Yeah, McNally's in a real charge. He's up to fifth now as we come back down towards the schoolhouse, towards the New Road turn. And it's still Gary Dines in the lead from Dennis McCullough. Robert Dunlop there in third, and in 4th position, going well here, Mark Curtin.
And it's Dines, Dunlop and McCullough, the running order at the front of the field. Heads down, flat out in the 1-2-5s, and look at Robert Dunlop going for the front, and yes, he has made it. It's Robert Dunlop, number 4, now leads from Gary Dines, but on the brakes again. Will Dines get him? Yes, Alan, you're quite right. He has a problem there on the braking into Carrowdore village. Dines gets him, leaving the braking to the last moment.
David Lemon then coming through, followed by McNally in 5th and 6th position. Next up there's Trevor Ritchie, followed by Gary Long, then number 3, Joey Dunlop, and at the back, Ryan Farquhar.
But the leader now over the jumps, down into Ballybully, it's Robert Dunlop. Dines on the outside, McCullough still sitting in there. Remember, he swept past them all there last time around. Then we see the jumpers as they come, almost reminiscent of a motocross there as they come across the jumps at the cottage on their approach to Ballybully Corner.
And Robert Dunlop sneaks through there into the lead as he goes through Ballybully. But Gary Dines still there in second, McCullough in third. heading down towards this very fast right-hander on the approach to Cardy. David Lemon then through next in 5th, followed by McNally in 6th, Trevor Ritchie 7th, and Gary Long in 8th. Joey is 9th, and Ryan Farquhar is 10th, and that's Brian Campbell at the back in 11th.
But the leader is Robert Dunlop from Gary Dines. Ryan Cardy. A little bit of a gap now coming between 2nd and 3rd, but he's still in there. Davy Lemon still hanging on, and McNally, of course, on a borrowed machine, having difficulties getting, probably it's not as fast as his own, and he's not used to the handling of it either.
Yes, and Robert Dunlop's come down into the new road, and Gary Dines is gone, so Dines must have overshot it. Donover corner, Robert Dunlop now the clear leader. He's going for the break, drops the hand there to his fans, and there's Dines through in 4th position. So Gary must have made a mistake somewhere.
But no mistakes from Robert Dunlop as he crests the hill there. The front wheel coming up in the air, even these V125s. Dennis McCullough hanging on there to 2nd place, but Robert Dunlop is the man on the charge. On the brakes there, we see him as he gets into Carrowdore village, right out to the curb, heading up over the top of the hill where the start of this race used to be. And there's the man who made the mistake, Gary Dines.
And this is the battle for 7th. Gary Long just leading from Joey Dunlop. Gary just crouching down there and throwing away a visor as he goes up over the top of the hill.
But certainly throwing nothing away in time and speed is Robert Dunlop coming down into Ballyboley. Gary Dines now trying to make up for the ground he has already lost. McNally jumping hard there to make up on the men in front of him, followed by number 17 Trevor Ritchie. McNally really fast through the fast stretch down into Ballyboley corner. Robert Dunlop, the man leading. Round he goes. Mark Curtin now making a charge up to 2nd place. Dennis McCullough down to 3rd. Robert Dunlop has a look behind him as he goes out onto the last lap.
And Gary Dines following that mistake all on his own now in 4th position, so it's going to be a lonely ride for him. There's McNally in 5th, Trevor Ritchie in 6th in this battle for 7th, and it's Gary Long still holding off Joey Dunlop in 8th, David Lemon in 9th, and through to 10th goes Ryan Farquhar.
On the last lap, Robert Dunlop up to Cardy corner, down the gearbox, down a couple of cogs, through there about 70 miles per hour, heading now for the brig for the last time. Out over the hill he goes. No doubt Gary Dines wondering why he made that mistake. McNally now still hanging on in there on the borrowed machine. Trevor Ritchie, Joey Dunlop and Gary Long. Joey having a little thought about going in the inside there, but Long leads him through the left-hander down towards the brig.
And coming down to the brig here for the last time, Robert Dunlop goes across the top of the hill. Mark Curtin in 2nd, and there's a visor has flown down. Is that Robert Dunlop's, Harold?
Yes, I think he peeled it off there and threw it in the air and it bounced to the side of the road, so he's going to have some problem seeing for the last half of this last lap.
Robert Dunlop then up towards Farmhouse, and if that was his visor come off, it'll be tears in his eyes for him as he goes through there. Curtin is in 2nd, excellent ride from him. Dennis McCullough in 3rd as they head down towards the village for the last time.
And picking up the back marker there as they come down in, Robert Dunlop, Mark Curtin, Dennis McCullough, and they're pulling away from McNally. Over the jumps for the last time into Ballyboley, it's still Robert Dunlop on the PJ O'Kane Honda. Curtin in 2nd place. And here's Gary Dines hanging on grimly to 4th, followed by McNally and Trevor Ritchie.
Oh, McNally then coming through, and McNally's going to win the Super Kings Championship and the 125 Road Race Championship.
But the man who's going to win the race is Robert Dunlop on the PJ O'Kane Honda. He takes 1st, Mark Curtin is 2nd, and Dennis McCullough is 3rd.
So Robert Dunlop smashing race and lap records while picking up his first win here since 1993. Mark Curtin got 2nd. In 3rd place, Dennis McCullough.
I was sort of sitting to see what the rest of the lads would do and just tried to up the pace the last couple of laps, but fortunately for me, Gary Dines overshot one of the road ends. We were side by side and he was on the inside and he just straight on, so that was a bit of a breather. I just rode hard, you know, there to try and break the toe of Dennis and Mark Curtin, so it worked well. My visor came off in the last lap. Coming out the bomb hole, I clicked on the screen when the bike was in the air and it just whopped it clean off, so I had a bit of a watery eyes the last lap. It's quite tricky.
Why did you do this extra lap?
Well, as I say, my eyes was very watery. You know, whenever you come to the end of the straights, you're doing 130 mile an hour, and when you sit up and the wind blows straight into the helmet, it's very hard to see. So I didn't see the fellow with the red flag, unfortunately. So sorry about that.
That's all right. In the 200cc race, it was Raymond Hanna on the 200 Crossnar HS who took the honours.